Hi there folks, it's Shirley Young here from Handmade by Shirley. Welcome to my channel. I've come on today to do some kind of fancy fold card. So hopefully you can enjoy watching it and maybe you'll try making it. It's not my idea, it was one of somebody else I watch on YouTube called Vi Tran, and she made this card and it's very nice, very effective. I'm using retired Stampin' Up papers. Base card isn't, but the patterned one is, so I'm using that today. So Sweet as a Peach. Because it's directional, I think I'm going to actually try and cut another piece out. Because obviously it's directional. Just let me see. Yes, I can cut that at just a slightly different angle. So if you just bear with me, I'll just realise. So the base card is 8 by 4, and so is the DSP. I think there's a slight. Just let me do it. Yeah, slightly bigger that bit. So both the base card is 8 along the top by 4, and the same with this coloured card. This pattern card is the same size. This is a little part which is going to go in the middle once it's all folded, and then I've got a wee belly band here which keeps it all in place, as you'll see as we go along. So let's get started. So on the base card, you're going to score it at 2 and 6 inches. Okay, we're just going to fold that and burnish these edges. So 2 and 6 you score it at, and that's the basis of your card. We'll pop that away. Put these away at the minute as well. And then this piece, so if you are using directional paper, obviously make it go in the direction, because obviously that would have gone that way and that wouldn't be in the direction of the peaches because it's that way, so that's why I recut it. I mean, all in all you could use the back, but I think it's nicer for this patterned area. So we're going to score again on the DSP, and we're going to score at, let me get this right, got some measurements here. So we're going to score it 2. We just score it 2. We're going to put it up to 4, but we're not going to score. We're just going to get our pen. And we're just going to mark, if I can get the thing out, we're going to keep it at 4 inches. Just move this over because it's a bit in the way. And we're just going to mark a wee bit at the top here. Let's see if that's in camera shot. Let's do that again. So you scored it at 2. We're not going to score it at 4 inches. We're just going to mark it there and do a wee mark at the bottom, and then we are going to move it along to 6 inches and we're going to score at 6. Okay, and then we'll do the belly band later. So that's that done. So the next thing we want to do is we want to fold over these pieces here we've scored as well. So the 2, scoring at 2 and the scoring at 6, we're going to score over. We're not going to do anything here. So what we want to do, we want to make this into, when it opens it pops up. I have made a card, but unfortunately I've sealed the envelope and it's already written on, so I can't really show you, but you'll see. So those two marks that you made, what you're going to do is you're going to take this corner up to that mark, and you're going to make sure it's level, it's straight with the top end, and it's going to be inside that line. And we're going to crease that like that. And then this side here, you're going to take it down and do the same, except you're folding it down the way. And you're just going to be inside these marks that you make with the pen, or that I've made with the pen. And that's one side. And then you're going to do the same with this side. You're going to bring it up first, because that's what I did on the other side. So bring that up just to these marks and make sure it's level with your top piece as much as you can. And then you're going to burnish that as well, crease it, and then bring this bit down over to the bottom here where you marked it, that little mark there, and try and keep inside of that. Try and line it up, see if we can get it as level as possible. That's it. And then we're going to burnish that as well. There we go. The next part that we're going to do is we're going to fold this piece in on itself. So we need to push these pieces in that are folded, and then we're going to flatten that down so we've got a triangle shape. We're just going to burnish that, and then we're going to do the same with this side. We're going to pull these bits in, and then that will give you your other triangle, so it looks like that. And that's going to be your fancy fold mechanism. So if you bring your base card back in, we're just going to pop this in side and glue it, because we want it to glue onto these sides on each side. So we're going to pop it into the middle like that. Okay. And it doesn't matter if you were doing it upside down, because you can easily turn your card around. So what we do next is we get our glue and we pop some glue onto this triangle first, either one, but just first try and, let's see if I can try and get this glue out, because it's actually being quite stubborn not coming out. Just bear with me while I see if I can unblock it again, because it was a bit like this earlier. Oh, that's better. I think that's come out now. So back to where we are. So you're going to put glue onto, if I can get it to come out. Come on, glue. That's it, it's coming now. So you want to put it right round the whole triangle shape. Try and get it to the corner as well, and drag that wee bit into the middle a bit more, and then make sure that it's straight and it's right in the middle, and that it's going to come over here. So we want to maybe budge up slightly there. Then we just want to make sure it's in the middle, and it's going to close down. Now that has come slightly across there, which it shouldn't, as you can see, but I can cut that off. That's one side. You can see the mechanism. And then the same on this side. You want to glue this bit here onto opposite side of the base card. So bring it over, press it down, and press it down with your bone folder, just making sure that's it. And that is how you fix it on, and that's your fancy fold card. So we'll just give this a wee minute to adhere. So, and there's a bit I probably do need to cut off, which I will do because it's sticking. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it round that way, and I'm just going to snip that excess off like that. That's it, and that should be fine now. Yep, that's fine now. So the next thing we want to do is we want to have 2 pieces of designer series paper for the front. So we need 2 pieces that are, so the size of this is 5, so say 4 and centimeters, isn't it? 4.5. 2 pieces of 4.5. Just let's see, because I hadn't cut these out. 3. Yeah, that'll be fine. 2 about there. I always do things by eye, but I'll let you know what that is. I've still got the mark. No, I don't. So it's 5. It's 4.5 centimeters. See, I'm doing centimeters now, but so I'll just put it there roughly. So inches, so that would be inches, so it would be just under 2 inches in width, and length it's going to be just under 4. So roughly, let's just see. So if I do it in inches, I'll know, because I'm better with actually doing it with inches than with centimeters. So let me just tell you. So it's, let's just try it on the card first before I see what it is, because it's slightly longer, it needs to cut slightly more. More, so we need 2 bits on the front that are 1 3/4 by 3 7/8. Okay, so if you're doing it directional again, you can just, is that the right way? Let's just see. So, no, let's do it again. So 1 3/4, just here. Right. Let's see. I've forgotten. See. Just under 4. Yep. Right, that should be the right size. I think that one's slightly bigger. Again, let's just trim a tiny bit off because we don't want it to be right. That's fine. That's your front pieces. So that's keeping it. For your front, you could actually turn it that way if you wanted. And then inside, when you open it, it's got the, oh, it's not stuck down very well, is it? I think I forgot to stick it down on there actually. Yes, you're supposed to stick it down here first. Forgive me. I'm not quite wondering why it would stick. So you would stick the triangle down here at the bottom and well, first before you stuck it onto the sides. So forgive me for that. Yeah, you need to do that as well. And then it won't come up. And it'll be like that. Right, so decide whether I want this on the front. I think I do. So let's just pop some glue onto the front of this bit. Like so. Try not to get glue everywhere. Just need to find out which way we're putting it. It's this way, or I think it's this way first. So as I say, if you're doing a directional paper drawing and you want it to look like it's supposed to be like that, follow the direction of the pattern, because if you don't, it will just look a bit squishy. Right, so that's that side done, and then I've got this side, yes, it will follow the pattern. So let's just do this as well with this glue. Hopefully it will continue to squeeze out. There it goes. It's not quite running as nicely as I'd like, but it's coming out and that's important. So just find, oh, I think it goes the other way. Just find the pattern and sort of line it up. Obviously you're going to have a border in between, but that's okay. So just find that bit up in between and just hold it down for a bit. And that's basically that. Don't stick it to your other piece though. Oh, what's happened there? We're just stuck to. What's going on? Oh dear. Bear with me. That's for some reason that's stuck to there. Don't know why that's happened, but it has. So try not to do that. Must have been some glue on it. That's it, it's fine. So that's. Now you want to pop this bit in the middle. So this bit in the middle was for here, because you're going to pop a little message in here, and that will be when the person opens it, they will get their wee message. So you can pop that in as well inside the middle, and then we can do a wee message, stamp message on here, and the glue decides to come back out. And then it splurges out far too much. Right, so this bit, as I say, it goes in here on the diagonal to match that piece, and then it should just close like so. Okay, and then we'll put, yeah, that bit shouldn't have stuck there, but it did. But that's fine, we've sorted that now. We can just take that wee bit off. That's better. Right, so this wee bit would go in the middle, which would be stamped. So we'll put that to the side and we'll bring on some stamping. And I've got this old retired stamp set, but I don't mind using that. So I just thought I'd put some nice stamping. Now, what colours have I got? I don't have any colours on the table, so I'm just going to use Memento, which is just black. Just stamp that, and remember you're doing it diagonally, so don't stamp straight because it won't look right. So you're doing it diagonally, so just stamp diagonally where you want these bits to be. I'm going to have another bit here and turn it round and have one more piece here. There we go. And I think in the middle I'm going to just have you did it. Just think so. I'll just pop that in the middle like so. Your stamp isn't sticky like mine. I've just went and spludged it on the smudged it even, not spludged it. No worries, I can fix that. Just stamp that on. And what we can do now, there's a couple of little flowers we can use. I know they're going to be black, but that could hide the smudge a wee bit. Just put that in. I don't think that will. Okay. No, I'll leave that. I don't want to do it again in case I get it in the wrong place. Right. And so we're just going to add that in now to the centre. Actually end up going to get ink everywhere. So just pop some more glue on. It's quite hard doing this with your left hand when you're not left-handed, but because my wrist's rather sore, I'm not overdoing it with my wrist. Come on, out you come. It's being very temperamental, this glue today. Very temperamental. What I might do is decant some of the glue into smaller bottles. Maybe it will come out a wee bit better. Anyway, that's enough just now. Turn it on its side just to keep it flowing a bit. So then bring your card into play again and pop your message into the middle on top of the coloured card, and just hold that down with your, not your sticky fingers anyway, because mine are sticky. Just make sure it's down, and that's your pop-up element. So then we need a belly band to go over and round like that, just to secure it. So if we bring the scorer back into play a bit, just get this all out the way. So I've kind of put it round the card. So this would be scored at 3. So we score it at 3. And this piece here is let's see what that is. So that's at 7 and just over 7 1/4. So we score it there, and then when we actually put it round, let's just make sure. I'll just check with my actual. So the belly band needs to be 9 inches long by 1, and we score it 2.5. It said here, and 6 5/8. But it depends. Just pop it round your card and do it that way. So once you've done that, Yeah, it probably does need to be slightly smaller. So what to do, so just keep to the measurements of 6 5/8 and 2 1/2 because I think that's correct. These were the measurements that Vi used, so I would just say the same. So we'll probably need to cut this slightly because it's a bit long. Well, I am cutting it because I didn't cut it to 9 by 1. But if you cut it to 9 by 1, you shouldn't need to do that. And then make sure when it's like that, it's going to come on and off your card and it's not going to get stuck. So once you're happy with that, you're going to glue it at this bit here, and then we're going to cover it with something so you don't see the join. And if the glue will come out, or it may not, it's being so temperamental. And I don't have any tape runner on the table, or I would have just used that. I don't have any, so hopefully this will come out. There we go. So there we go. Just stick that down there, and then you can put another little bit on as well, further up at this piece. Thumb. Not too far up that it squelches everywhere, like me, like I've done. Oh, don't do this. Anyway, there, so just hold that down for a few seconds. And then we're going to, I've got the circle punch here from Stampin' Up. And I've got a little bit of orange card, and I've got some white card as well. But I'm thinking I might actually just cut another diamond out because that might be quite nice as a different thing. So we've got our belly band, so we're not going to use that after all. So we're going to cut out a piece of orange and a piece of white. So we're just going to cut that at 2 3/4, I think, squared. So 2 3/4 squared. Let's just see how big that is. Yes, I think that would work. So we need to cut our white piece to 2 1/2, don't we? Yes. So 2 1/2 squared for this other piece on the front. I mean, you could use, as I say, I was going to use the circle punch. You could use that, but because it's kind of the diamond shape in the middle, as you open it, I think it would be nice to have that on the belly band as well. So, yeah, I think that would be nice. So, pop that to the side for a minute, and then we can do another wee tiny stamp on the front. And what I am going to do is these wee black, and we're just going to use black because that's what's on my table, but normally I would probably use some peach or orange or green or something else, but I'm just going to use this because it's on my table. I don't have anything else on my table at the minute. I've just got, right, so I'm just going to stamp that one there, that one in all the corners, like so. There we go. And then I'm just going to do, I don't think that's going to fit in it, but where you did it, I'll just put, or will I? Let me see, might be a different one on this stamp set. Right, let's just put for you on the front of this one. Put that down. Just using the black again and make sure it's straight. There we go. And I think that's fine. Put that away now. And then what we need to do is just add that to the orange card. Oh. Dot some bits around like so. There we go. And then we just want to add this to here. And it should have a nice little border around it. Like that. I've got really sticky fingers now because of the glue being so temperamental. That's fine. Just stick that down. I've got a bit of the glue rubber, which I'll probably rub that away. That's fine. And then we need to attach this to our belly band. So we're going to attach it to this part actually, but so we can cover this up. So we need to put glue along here on the belly band. I mean, we could put it along the belly band or along the middle, making sure that is obviously around the right way. If it would come out, of course, which hopefully it will. So make sure that's got plenty glue on it, like so. That's it. And then just find the area you want to put it onto. There we go. Then just hold that on for a minute or two until it adheres. There we go, that's it. And then all you do is pop it over your card and then slide it on. And that's it. So yeah, you can add some gems to it now if you want to. Well, I will add some gems to it. I do want to. So I've got a few wee gems that I want to add to it once I clean this. If I can find them. Actually, I've got some nice little stars here, so silver stars, so I'm going to just add them to it. One there, one there, one here, all the way around. Okay, so that's the belly band, and then take that off and open it up again. And I've got a few I can add inside, like so. One there. Come on. One down there. And I think we'll leave it at that. So that is our pop-up fancy fold card, which is pretty easy to make with belly band. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me making that today, and I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these kinds of cards and crafts. So thanks for joining me this afternoon, and I'll be uploading another video soon. Thanks for now. Bye.